Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's been day 14 of the 75 hard challenge. So I want to quickly acknowledge yesterday I messed up. I said day 12 for the second day in a row. So yesterday was in fact day 13. I am human. I make mistakes. You know this. But today, really solid day. Knocked out cardio when we woke up. Had a really productive day. Got done a lot of stuff and honestly just had a really good relationship with the family throughout the day. So I was happy about that. And then just working on some different sports stuff for some competitions we have coming up, a lot of mental prep, things like that, and just overall prepping in general for the races coming up in provincials, which is in less than 2 weeks now, so really looking forward to that. And then tonight we knocked it out pretty late, but we got down a 45-minute HIIT workout, and then we did 45 minutes of abs and calisthenics, so about 15-20 minutes of abs. Really solid on them tonight, and then worked a bit more on handstand work, working towards planche, front lever, stuff like that. So minor things that are going to take a while to get up to properly, but once I get them, it's going to be really solid. So enjoyed that part of the day for sure. Learning, we knocked out as usual, half an hour when we were on the treadmill. Today was a lot more mindset and stuff again, like I talked about earlier, just making sure you're getting in the right mindset and everything for progress, discipline, even stuff like you're not going to feel motivated every day. You're going to go through times it's going to be lonely, you're going to have hard days, you're going to have bad days. Like, there's no perfect way of doing this. No matter what path you go on your self-improvement journey or whatever you're chasing in life, there is no perfect path. I need you to get that through your head. No matter what you decide to do in this world, whether you're passionate about it, whether you hate it, there is no perfect path for anybody. All you can do is try and find what is meaningful to you and chase it to the fullest of your potential, honestly. Like, I don't know what more I can do to tell you guys. There is no perfect way of seeing this, and I've figured this out. I'm 18 years old, but like, I don't know how many people spend so much time in their life seeking to try and find the meaning of life. The meaning of life is for you to find what you enjoy doing. That's it. That's literally it. Figure out what you want to do and chase it. That's the hardest part, right? And now, especially for a lot of younger people, especially those of you going on to more self-improvement, entrepreneurial type journeys, it's going to seem like a lot harder of a decision than other people because you're going directly against the grain of the wood, directly against the path, the flow of the river of where everyone else is going. So while a lot of people will be going, say, for example, university, stuff like that, if you're the entrepreneur who decides, no, I want to start my own business before I'm even out of high school, you're going directly against what everyone else says, right? But because there are so few people there, and yet you still have the proof that it works, you need to be able to know that maybe I'm choosing this as my life's purpose. Good. Go all in. This is your shot. Go all in. You've got a finite amount of time. Chase it. I don't care what it is. Pick something as your purpose, something you are at least mildly passionate about, right? And chase it. It's going to be hard, especially when it goes against what everyone else says you should do. That is exactly why you need to do it. Okay? If you go and you spend your entire, let's say you have 75 years on average to live. If you go and spend from the time you're 18 all the way until then, you can already knock off, well, say not even that, say from birth until then. Realistically, a third of that's cut off from sleep time and then rest, recovery, eating, all that stuff. So realistically, you've only got 2/3 of those 75 years, right? Then you can take off probably another 10. So realistically, let's say you only have about, give or take, 35, 40 years of that time to actually live in your life and chase your dreams, right? How much of that time now, in these past few years alone, do you think you have wasted scrolling mindlessly on social media, wasting time with people who in reality do not care about you and would not be there for you if it was hard times, right? How much of that is devoted to, for the gentlemen out there, chasing girls who you know are not good for you, right? Like, you know instantly there's that little voice in the back of your head and it tells you whether or not you should be doing something. You know this every single time you do something, right? I know you're young, you can try and make the excuse of, oh, I was young, I didn't think about it, I just did it, right? There's always that little voice. I don't care who you are. It will always be there. So you need to follow it to some extent, right? Especially, and this is, again, I'm going to say it, it's going to be hard. There's nothing in the guidebook of being you that says life is easy. Get that out of your head. This is not supposed to be easy. No matter how you word it, it will not be. You will have easy days. You can make the future easy by making yourself better prepared for the battles and stuff that will inevitably come, but you will not have easiness 100% of the time in your life. It's a guarantee. That is the only guarantee. Okay? Find your purpose, chase it to the fullest extent that you can. Biggest advice for you there. Okay, moving on though, getting back to the checklist for the day. So, going right there, daily learning knocked out. We're going to do the reading before bed as usual. Got to make sure I get that done pretty quickly, but it's been really productive so far. I've been knocking about half a chapter to a chapter every night, and it's been pretty good. So, daily risk today. Today didn't really have a massive risk other than just trying some new stuff for calisthenics wise, I guess. And it's not so much risk of anything other than my ego and that, but it's worth it, honestly. And I've said this before, it's a lot harder to do big stuff like that, big risks, when I'm not out in public. It's most of the stuff I can do here, not testing my confidence in any way. I already have the confidence to do whatever the hell I want at home, so just got to keep that momentum going, keep the confidence and mentality high, and start chasing more stuff when I'm out in public, I guess. But yeah, so mindfulness knocked out. Just got to make sure, again, objectifying the stuff, putting it down on paper. Otherwise, it's been fantastic. Just got to make that habit of doing it first thing in the morning, knock that in, which has been really good so far. Stories knocked out, and then reel is up. Just doing this vlog, and then today is day 14. So I got to make sure tomorrow I get a week 2 progress report up for you guys. So add that to my list of things to do for tomorrow. But yeah, overall though, solid day. Nutrition I also forgot to talk about. That was pretty well on point today. Really nicely within the calories for what I was doing today. Got to make sure I just keep it focused a bit more on protein and not so much necessarily what I'm eating with my family. And then just, I think my plan right now is to try and hit that nice maintenance right now. So I'm dropping weight rather slowly as I'm leading up to provincials. So that way I can still perform really nicely, have super good recovery, and then just maintain performance the way I have been, because it's been absolutely fantastic. But then in those, call it 13 days when we're done provincials and we get back, I think I'm going to take the cut a lot more serious for the remainder of this, or at least do periods where I test out different things for 2 weeks to see what has the biggest impact. So that way for like the last month or so, I can fully lock it in. But overall, we're down. We're getting close to almost 10 pounds now, which is fantastic for the 2-3 weeks I've been on this cut. So really, really solid results there. And I just got to make sure I keep the momentum going, honestly. But yeah, overall, it's just, yeah. Being on a grind like this, you're going to have lonely days. You're going to have tiring days, long days. It's never, ever, ever going to be an easy, perfect, 100% give it all day. But you can choose to put 100% of your effort into the day. You're not necessarily going to get 100% back. You're not going to have perfect energy every day. It's within your control, but it is very unlikely that you will have that. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Because between you and me, I'm willing to bet all of the money I've earned in my lifetime and everything I've worked for that says you have not had a perfect day every single day of your life. Comment down below if I'm wrong. Honestly, that would be hilarious, but you see what I mean though. It's, be realistic here. You will never have a perfect day every single day, but it is up to solely you and you alone to use every single day to build the consistency and get the results that you want. If you are not consistent every day, those perfect days when you have them will not matter, because you have not been constantly building up for that perfect day to make it way better than it actually would be. This is something you'll hear a lot of entrepreneurs talk about, is the only lucky days are the ones you don't miss, right? So say you have a lucky day randomly every couple of weeks, right? If you're consistent every single day, you could start having lucky days more frequently and not know it because you're missing them, right? How many of you have missed your cardio past few weeks? How many times have you skipped out on your nutrition the past few weeks? How many times have you not hit your protein goal, not lifted in a day? Stuff like that. If you keep putting stuff off, the day, say last week, where you skipped going to the gym, you could have hit a massive PR that day. You could have hit your first muscle up, whatever it is, whatever goal you are chasing, you could have hit it by now and had a lucky day where you hit it and not even known it because you're skipping those days, right? Keep putting in that effort every single day. That is the only advice I will give you every single day. Keep doing it. Doesn't have to be on a big schedule, doesn't have to be perfect every day, doesn't have to be where you feel 100% at the top of your game. Just get it done. And on that note, I'm going to end this video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are liking the content and want to follow along for the rest of these 75 days. Like the video, comment down below what you guys want to see in future videos, especially vlogs and stuff. I want to start throwing in some more of that stuff. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.